Well, let's check in with Mr. Debonair himself, Shahan, for the latest in news.
Oh, you said it, not me. We start with our breaking news story. Militant group ISIS has reportedly beheaded American aid worker Peter Kassig. His apparent murder emerged in a new video provided by the insurgents. U.S. intelligence officials say they're now working to confirm the incident. Known as Abdul Rahman Kassig, the 26-year-old was captured in October 2013. He was in Syria volunteering as an emergency aid worker. Kassig was previously deployed to the country as a U.S. Army Ranger and returned on his own accord. The White House has issued a statement saying it's aware of the alleged beheading. A surgeon with Ebola has been flown from West Africa to the U.S. Dr. Martin Salia is in a critical condition and is being treated at the Nebraska Medical Center. The family of the 44-year-old say he caught the disease while working in a Liberian hospital. Salia is the third patient to be treated for Ebola at this particular hospital. Speaking before being diagnosed with the deadly virus, he had this to say.
I strongly believe that God that have brought me here will fix whatever comes my way. And I'm pretty sure, I'm confident that I just need to lean on him, trust him for whatever comes in.
There's again fear in the Nigerian town of Chibok, where Boko Haram kidnapped more than 200 schoolgirls in April. Reports say the militant group has retaken control of the area, forcing families to flee. Yiming Wu reports.
Pastor Billy Enoch and his family are rebuilding a home on the outskirts of the Nigerian capital after they ran away from Boko Haram militants. A few days ago, the insurgents recaptured Chibok, where they abducted more than 200 schoolgirls 7 months ago. One of them is Enoch's daughter. He says they're not taking any chances this time, even though it means disrupting school for his children.
I feel very bad about it because my ambition and my studies were disturbed because all these things that has happened has disturbed me, in fact, and all these people that were killed and make me scared.
The Enochs adopted Julie after she lost her parents in the previous attack.
My mother was worried because I could not walk. We managed to get to the road. We saw some soldiers at a checkpoint and they looked really brave. But when the sound of the gunshots got closer, they jumped into their vehicles and zoomed off, leaving us behind.
Nigerian soldiers are trying to push back Boko Haram militants who want to carve out a Muslim caliphate in Nigeria.
Voters in Romania head to the polls today to elect their new president. It's the runoff election between the country's prime minister and a mayor. Victor Ponta sailed ahead of his opponent in the first vote 2 weeks ago. However, he did not win with the 50% majority he needed to avoid the runoff. If elected, which he is expected to do easily, Ponta will become Romania's youngest president ever. At just 42 years old, he will be tasked with making one of Europe's poorest nations more stable as it looks to exit an IMF aid package in the coming years. Meanwhile, Ukrainian President Petro Poroshenko issued several orders to shut down state institutions and banking services in pro-Russian eastern regions. His call follows the acknowledgement that separatists held elections in the country last month. Poroshenko says the vote was illegal and violates a ceasefire deal made in September. And finally, as you are well aware, I pride myself with what I wear. We all do, right?
Yes,
yeah?
absolutely.
Every day, right? Well, different slim-fit suits, black, navy, charcoal gray, and they all have to be meticulously matched with different ties, for instance,
very nice
yeah.
tie.
But one Australian news anchor did the unthinkable to me. Karl Stefanovich wore the same suit for a whole year. And guess what? Nobody noticed. The newsman says he did it to raise awareness about the huge gender gap in society, saying his point proves women are subject to more criticism than a man.
Where is he? Why isn't he here in America?
So basically no one's paying attention to you, Shahan. That's
Yeah,
the point.
I guess so. I mean, this tie and all of this matching
Your hard
has gone to
work
waste.
is going to waste,
I think it's
basically.
important to notice. I think it's important to notice a man's attire.